Archer 242 Kilo, LA ground.
Hello, what's up? What's up, Kevo? What's up, tea drinker? Can VATSIM be used to communicate to other planes? Yeah. I mean, when there's a controller on, you talk to the controller, not the other planes you hear, but when you're on Unicom, when it's uncontrolled airspace, like if there's no actual VATSIM controller on, then you default to Unicom, and then you talk to each other. You're not usually, like, directly talking to each other, you're just announcing what you're doing and everyone just kind of listens so they know what you're doing. What's up, Dave? What's up, Photon? Trip, what's up, dude? I have multiplayer turned off this time because, at least right now, because LAX traffic is insane. Just the performance you need to be here is kind of nuts.
We've got information at Lima on board, altimeter 298.
I wonder how much performance the little bobblehead takes here.
American 442.
Hey, Titanic.
Foxtrot, LA ground.
So I'm on ground already. I did get a couple things set up already. I haven't reviewed anything yet. So I just have ground power. I'll turn them down for a minute. I just have ground power turned on right now. And I was troubleshooting for like 20 minutes to try to figure out why the Honda Jet was not working with VATSIM, just sitting on the ground trying to listen. And it's because I had battery off. So if you have external on, but you don't have battery on, so GPU only, then VATSIM doesn't work. It requires battery on. So I have the battery on and the GPU on right now. Hey, J-Foot. Titanic. So I just did a quick sim brief here. Phoenix or LAX to Phoenix, because there's controllers on it both. We got a Phoenix Tower, Phoenix Approach. And then over at LA, we have ground, tower, departure, and center all on. So let me refresh this to make sure nobody's gone offline. Are you kidding? Really? Phoenix just went offline? Maybe we need to switch and fly north or something. That'll take a few hours. Hey, Mike, what's up? Wet and windy UK. Hey, if it was wet and windy here, I'd have more of an excuse to be simming and playing other video games all day, but I don't have that, so it's pretty much always sunny here in Los Angeles. Perfect weather for a hermit like me. So Phoenix just went offline. Maybe it would be better to fly up north then. This is the thing with VATSIM, right? Just literally in the last 20 minutes as I'm prepping this, 2 controllers went offline in the Phoenix area. I don't know if they're just switching over, but all of a sudden now it's just like, no coverage. Well, I was prepping for Phoenix, so do I just go to Phoenix and do Unicom for now, I guess, and just have nothing in the second half of the flight? I don't know. I know we were talking about Pilot Edge last time and like the differences and stuff. That is the main difference. Pilot Edge, you have guaranteed coverage 16 hours a day. This is the downside to VATSIM, but you know, it's free. What can you do? I mean, Vancouver is also on. Vancouver Center, ground, tower, lots of Vancouver coverage. I'm loaded in here at LA. I was feeling good about myself till a moment ago. I mean, we could fly to do a shorter flight to Vegas or something. I was gonna fly a little bit further than that over to Phoenix. What to do? Well, I haven't filed my flight plan just yet, so. Beale Air Force Base is online? What? Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen an Air Force base. I hate when this happens. I swear every time I do a VATSIM stream, within 1 minute of me starting the stream, a bunch of controllers go offline instantly. And then I'm just sitting here, not sure what to do. Fly the pattern in a 152. Let me see how long a flight up to Portland is from LA instead. I don't have any Portland scenery. It's got to be a good like 2 hours airtime. Yeah, 2 hours and 3 minutes. From the Lady J4, Castro, and then the Timbers 2 into Portland. 2 hour flight in the air. Block time 2:31. I mean, that's not bad. Hey, dude. I guess I'll just go to Portland.
2367 LA ground, taxi via Charlie Kilo Echo to terminal.
All right, let's bring in sim brief. Let's go and bring in this new one. Let's go to Portland, I guess. I don't think I've been to Portland. Maybe once. All right, that's imported. Let me copy my flight plan here. It says flight level 430. We'll see what they actually give us. We should probably file lower than that. I don't know what they'll give us.
Well, good evening, American. Good day, American 442 coffee shop. Let's push and start.
American 442 Foxtrot, LA ground, pushback, in the alleyways at your discretion, call taxi.
Hey, Blumen, how's it going?
To start through, don't have discretion, we'll call the
All right, let's make sure this route looks right. It's going north, so that looks right. And Lady J as the departure.
Is anyone else looking for pushback?
All right, let's bring up the good old Navigraph here and reload this flight. Unload the Phoenix flight, import the Portland flight. I did get the 4080, yeah. And I had a hilarious first stream with it, where during the stream I realized a small cable that looked like it was nowhere near the GPU fan was touching the fan and preventing it from going, and it was running at like almost 80 degrees Celsius. And yeah, it was kind of hilarious to figure that out on stream. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. The frame generation has been really nice, and I have it running really cool. It's in like high performance mode right now and mostly ultra settings, and it's running at 43 degrees, capped at 60 FPS. Somewhere like this at LAX with VATSIM with a bunch of planes on the ground, yeah, the performance is never going to be absolutely incredible, but it's definitely improved. I'm glad that I got it. I still think the 4090 would be a bit overkill. I didn't want to buy a new PSU and spend $500 more, so yeah, I think it was a good choice. It was a good upgrade. I got the Founders Edition, just the straight up NVIDIA one. I ordered it directly from them. I mean, I had such a good experience with my 3080 Founders Edition that I just wanted another Founders Edition. What's up, Mino? How you doing? All right, information, Mike. Let's go ahead and just listen to the ATIS instead.
United 5028 LA ground, taxi via Papa Bravo to the ramp.
Papa Bravo to the ramp, United 1528, thank you.
25, 2.16, altimeter 2984.
LA ground, United 1120, ready
by a
to
left
taxi,
approach
25
in
right.
progress, runway 24 left and 250. For vector for visual approach will
I
be
wish
provided.
I gotta
Runway
change the
24
standby
right, 0
frequency.
F5, closed. Parallel approach is in progress between Los Angeles and Hawthorne airports. Simultaneous instrument departures in progress runways 24 and 25 notices to air mission. AFDEX system in use. Runway 24 right 0 SIXL closed. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information mic.
Alright, we have partial mic. Let's get the beginning of that.
Los Angeles International Airport ATIS information mic 1953 Zulu. Web 240 at 10. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 25. 2.16. Altimeter 2984. Simultaneous ILS approach is in progress. Runways 24 left and 25. Or vector for visual approach will be provided. Runway 24 right 0 SIXL closed. Parallel approach is in progress between Los Angeles and Hawthorne airports. Simultaneous instrument departures in progress. Runways 24 and 25 notices to air mission. AFDEX system in use.
Alright, runways. It said runways 24 and 25 simultaneous departures, or departures on 24 and 25.
And runways. Read may call runway hold.
Alright, let's get ground up 12175 and standby. Let's get tower 129 or 5.
Monitor tower 120.9 or 5.
Alright, so we have Mike. It was at 1953 Zulu, so that just updated 15 minutes ago or so.
American 442 Foxtrot, LA ground.
Alright, so
American 414 Foxtrot.
our flight plan shows Lady J4. Let's take a look at that.
You got my pushback clearance for you, but you can push back into the alleyway to your right. Just let me know when you're ready for taxi.
Alright, so let's just talk end to end here. So we're here at the South Pads. This is West Imperial Terminal. This is kind of the only area near, like, there are a couple of FBOs here on the south end of LAX. So pretty much all GA has to be down here as far as I know.
United 1120, roger that.
Unless we're claiming we're like cargo. But anyway, we're down here on the South Pads right now near Alpha 8. And it says that runways 24 and 25 are being used for departure. So that's all four runways, I guess. Well, they said one of them's closed, I think. It said one of the 24, I think it was 24 right might be closed. But I've been hearing them have people depart from 25 right. So we might get 25 left or 25 right, probably. And we might also get like a midfield departure because we only need about 3,500 feet, 4,000 feet for the departure. So we'll see if they give us like an intersection departure at like Gulf or something like that. Because these runways are almost 12,000 feet, or they're 11,000 feet long, and 25 right is almost 13,000 feet long. So, yeah. Blumen says, oh, you've been looking at that, the 3080, has a warranty. I guess to try your luck with ASUS. I mean, all the third-party ones are supposed to be fine, too. Like, I think a friend of mine got, is it like the Zotac or something like that? Yeah, I mean, I have a friend that got a 4090 that was not the Founders Edition. It's just kind of a bonus to get the Founders Edition. I know some of them have like different cooling technology in them. It's not just air cooled. Some of them have more advanced stuff. But anyway, yeah, whatever you can get, whatever's in your budget, I'm sure everything will be great. I mean, this card it's great. I just like NVIDIA. I've never had bad luck with NVIDIA. What's up, David? What's up? How are you? Hoping all is wonderful. Yeah, things are good, man. Thanks. Is your girlfriend still flight training? Not as much lately, but I think she wants to get back into resuming her instrument training. It's just been a while. She went on, I think she went on one a few months back to like kind of keep current, not like for actual currency, but just to get back in the plane. And she went with a CFI friend of ours. But that's cool. Oh, you're starting instrument training, dude. That is so cool. Well, congratulations on starting instrument training. I am very, very slowly studying to get a ground instructor certificate, but it's very, very slow. I'm definitely slacking, but it's only been a week or two. But I signed up for like the Shepherd Air courses, so I have a year to use them and then take the test. But We'll see. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it or not. I kind of started it very slowly, so I'm learning all the absolute basics. It's pretty fun. All right, so we're on the ground. Let's check the Lady J for departure. So we are in the Honda jet this time, not the Vision jet, so we can actually do these departures. And we have radar required, DME or GPS required, turbojet aircraft only, which we qualify for in the Honda jet, as far as I know. Some departures may be radar vectored to Lady J, Milbu, or Oroses. Use Dark Summer or Ventura departure during the time periods of 2100 to 0700 local in lieu of Lady J departure. So what time is it now? It's 20. So that's coming up in 45 minutes. So anyway, for now, we're not using those departures. We're going to go Lady J.
Heavy, Squawk Mode Charlie.
All right, we don't know what our departure runway is yet, so the instructions will vary, but SimBrief chose 24 left. And I have heard people, I've heard people taking off from 25. And we're also at the south part of the field, so I doubt they're going to have us go all the way up here to the north and go through all the jet traffic. All right, so let me familiarize myself with some of the other departure names just in case they give us a different one. There are a ton of them. So we've got like Catalina, Chatty, Dark, Dodds, Guardy,
LA ground, your Kim coming in.
Gorman, Lady J,
We're smoking Moose Charlie.
the Moose, Mueller, Orca, Ocean, Perch, Panda, Seal Beach, Sebi, Squirrel, Summer, the Turton or Triton, Ventura, the Windy, and the Zilly. All right. So if they give us another, departure, I'll just need to be ready to click the one they say here in the list. I'm gonna file for Lady J.
Sectional aircraft, LA ground is going offline. Monitor tower 195.
There goes LA ground. I swear to God, as soon as I get online, everyone goes offline. All right, so well, I mean, we have a tower control. That's fine. 120905. We're gonna switch over, and then departures 12805. 2805. Don't I have a ton of picture artifacts when using frame generation? Nope, not me. I haven't noticed anything with frame generation. It looks great. Without it, I can't imagine how choppy this would be right now.
We got our PDC from ground, but he just went offline. He wanted us to call before pushing and starting. Just want to confirm we're okay to push and start.
Skywest 145, contact departure.
Frame generation was a disappointment.
1660, push.
Yeah, I've had no issues with that. I've only used it in Microsoft Flight Sim, but yeah, I have no problem using frame gen.
24 left, Delta 1660.
I also have G-Sync on my monitor, so maybe that's, I don't know, maybe that helps. I mean, it helps with screen tearing, I guess, but not necessarily artifacts. But yeah, I haven't noticed a single issue with frame generation for me. I'm also using TAA. Like, I don't know if you were using DLSS and frame generation, but DLSS in general will have artifacts on LCD screens and stuff like that. I'm using TAA for anti-aliasing, not DLSS. So I only have frame generation on. So I'm getting the fake filler frames, but I'm not getting DLSS super sampling, which can definitely cause artifacts. David says, I got my private with Sling Pilot Academy out of KSEE. Gonna fish all the other ratings through MEI with Blue Line. Happy you're gonna get your ground and start. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm starting to study for it, but we'll see what actually happens. And I don't know that I'm actually gonna do anything with it. I think it's just a cool challenge, you know? At least I'll have a little bit of credibility maybe if I'm teaching things on the internet for flight sim. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's possible that I just slack off and never finish, you know? Probably more common than not. Okay, so we have ATIS information, Mike, and let's go ahead and file the flight plan. Amount of baggage may have been reduced for the maximum takeoff weight. What? I have no passengers. Let me make sure this is set to 0 passengers, 0 freight, and generate it again. Lady J 4th via Castro. Timbers 2 arrival. Fuel 25, excuse me, 2562.
Last aircraft calling unreadable. Check your mute button, please.
You'll kill it with Shepard. Yeah, I've only heard good things, so that's what my girlfriend recommended.
United 2377, Los Angeles Tower, good afternoon. Push and stars at your discretion into the ramp. Advise for taxi. Expect runway 25 right.
Whoa, what did he say at the end? Expect 25 right. So that is, yeah, the south runways are 25, the north runways are 24. It's always interesting. This was something I was, in the small studying I've done, was the runway numbers. In this case, 24 left and right are actually on a heading of 250, 251 technically, right here, 251.
1959.
So all 4 runways are the same heading. They're all 251 degrees.
Correction.
But because there are more than 3 runways, they have to change the number. So the number in this case, 24 right and 24 left, actually is an exception that does not correspond to the actual magnetic heading of the runway, which is 251. So I guess the limitation is you can only have a 25 left, center, and right, only 3. But in this case, they have 4 runways all on the same heading, so they have to. The only way to distinguish between them is by changing their number, even though the magnetic heading's the same. Kind of interesting.
Okay. Delta 214, go ahead and taxi at runway 25 right. And
I'm going to get this thing started up so we can just kind of take off.
We'll taxi down runway 24 right. And,
so let's go ahead and get these on. Here we go. And get the engine started up here.
That's 25 right. The runway you're approaching right now is 25 right.
Yeah, roger. My apologies. Taxi by
and information Mike gave us, altimeter 2984. 2984 there and there. All right, let's get our pitch trim set, get our flaps down. Need like 4.5 on the pitch. 4.5, there we go. Flaps indicated a takeoff. Great, we are on, and we'll see if we get the Lady J. I need to go ahead and submit that, or file that. Pre-file on VATSIM. Yeah, I don't know what he said at the end of that one. That was kind of crazy. 23 Kilo 1 Papa. And we'll see what we get for, see what they give us for the departure. I'm filing Lady J4 Castro transition. And flight level 4, we're doing 430 all the way at our max altitude. We'll see what they give us though. Should I put Honda Jet newbie? Sorry. No, I'm just not going to write anything. 23 Kilo 1 Pop. I'm just going with my lame registration number or my call sign here. With my name in it, like a loser. LAX to PDX, off block time 1845. Let's go 1840. 43,000. We'll see if he gives us that.
Delta 214 Heavy, runway 25 right at Foxtrot, line up away. Correction 2 for left at Foxtrot, line up away. Delta 214 Heavy, runway 25 left, line up away.
Sorry, 25 left, line up away.
All right, let me check the Lady J restrictions here to make sure we have them. It matters which runway we're getting. So if we get 25 left, 25 right, which is what we're expecting. He just said 25 left to that guy, I think. They made a Honda Jet, yes. Human ATC, that's him. Hey, Avison, what's up? So if we do take, we're gonna potentially have to change our runway here, mattering which one he gives us. But this is set to 2-4 left. So let me change this to 2-5 left for now and load that in, and then we'll verify these waypoints. We got Hipper or Docker at 3,000. We have to stay below 3,000 at Hipper right there until we get out. Evo is 5,000 at or above. That's correct. And then we have Malibu 7,000 at or above. Right there. Lady at 8,000 at Lady J. Transition. After that, we'll climb up to flight level 430 or whatever they assign us.
So we have more. Heavy RNAV to Hyper,
and we're doing the Castro transition. Or sorry, we're doing the, is that Gallo? Oh, that's the arrival. Whoops. We're doing, yeah, Castro transition. So we have Rugby, Hey Joe to Castro. 25 left, climb heading 251. All right, there's heading 251 to 640 feet, then climb direct to cross Hipper at or below 3,000. That's in. On track 256 to cross Evos at or below 5,000. I think I said at or above 5,000. At or below 5,000. On track 252 to McGee. On track 319. Malibu at or above 7,000. On track 351, Lady J at 8,000. Okay, so all those are right. Hey Omar, what's up, dude? Did I get a PDC?
Flight contact departure.
No, I did not. I've been connected for a bit. I just filed my flight plan though. And I was not on mode C, so I'm gonna go 2,000 and mode C. Altitude reporting. Maybe I will get a PDC. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm about to call, so so far, no. All right, we got information, Mike. And Omar, what are you flying? You're right here. Sweet. You flying up to Portland with us then? With me? Let's do it. And we're down here at the South FBO. I guess it's called. I'll just say, I usually say the intersection near Alpha 8.
Captain went 24 left, American 1959.
Okay, clear to KPDX. And we're expecting Lady J Castro then as filed. And they'll probably give us, we'll see what the climb and maintain is. Are you flying along in Alaska 737? Awesome. All right, I'm gonna call and get our clearance. See how this goes. All right, it's Tower now, Los Angeles Tower, because ground is offline.
American 1959 Heavy, RNAV to Delray, wind 24010, runway 24 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Delray, 24 left, clear.
RNAV Delray. So that's another departure. So this guy got Delray. Let me go look at that. Procedures, departure. Delray? He said Arnav Delray.
LA Tower, Southwest 3453, visual 24 left.
Southwest 3453, Los Angeles Tower, Heavy 787 departing, prior to arrival, caution wake turbulence, wind 25010, runway 24 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 24 left, Southwest 3453.
All right, we'll see what they give us.
And Los Angeles Tower, 1945, 25 left.
Oh, you got Lady J4. Nice.
Correction, United 1845, Los Angeles Tower, good afternoon, wind 24010, runway 25 left, clear to land. Go ahead, 25 left, United 1845. American 1959 Heavy, contact departure.
What is departure every day?
Departure. If you're filed, you can disconnect and reconnect from vPilot and you'll get the PDC. All right, I'll try that real quick. Let's see if that works. What is it, like automated? All right, I disconnected and reconnected. Did you file before you connected? I connected, I was listening in for a while, getting the ATIS, then I filed. Burning some fuel here. I might need to top it off. You filed before you connected. Okay, I just connected. I'll give it a minute, and then if I don't get it, then I'll.
United 2377 on that Docker, wind 24010, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
On that Docker, clear for takeoff, 25 right, 2277.
Good afternoon, LA Tower, Delta 26.
It's also possible that when you're in a big airliner, you get priority when they see a November.
Los Angeles Tower, actually sent you a PDC. Go ahead and check your messages and see if you got it.
Delta 26, I did
This guy's pretty busy because the ground controller just went offline.
You did get it?
So I'm going to give him a few minutes
Yes, I
here.
did, affirm.
Alright.
Affirm.
LA Tower, United 1120, we're facing east on Delta. We had started to our taxi to 25 right, and then we had a problem, so we had to disconnect.
25.
Okay, United 1120, you ready to taxi?
We're ready to resume taxi to 25 right.
United 1120, runway 25 right, taxi via Bravo, LA October 2984.
Qantas freight.
Okay, taxi via Bravo to 25 right.
Southwest 3453, left on Echo.
Alright, no PDC
and then
yet.
Taxi to parking via Echo.
This
today.
guy's super busy though. Because ground went offline.
Today, Southwest 3453.
United 2377, contact
Man, you said you're running frame gen only with TAA was pretty
United
horrible.
1845 at Hotel 5, cross runway 25 right, charter to
Around the
parking today.
edges of the plane in external view while panning. Yeah, I don't know. I've had a good experience, but maybe
Delta 1660.
Maybe I just don't notice.
Runway 24 left, taxi via Echo.
this is all with frame generation on. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, no PDC yet. I'm just gonna ask. Do people say LA Tower or Los Angeles Tower? Probably LA Tower. I don't know. I need to remember to say Honda Jet, not Vision Jet as well. It's pretty quiet right now, so I'm waiting to see if he gives me the PDC. I don't want to.
Los Angeles Tower, Delta 26, ready for pushback?
There it is. I just got it. Okay. Glad I waited. All right, we got equipment, blah, blah, blah. Destination
Delta
PDX
26.
route. Lady J,
Push back on a
Castro.
kilo, face south for runway 25 right.
Intel to Shimmer.
South for runway 25 right.
That is
Delta
what we
26.
got. Intel, Shimmer, Gallo. Timbers 2 to PDX. Nice. 430, squawk 7265. All right, let's get that in. 7265.
Delta 1660, runway 24 left, line up and wait.
Line up, wait.
All right, 7265 is in. Cleared Lady J for departure. Castro transition. Climb via the SID, except maintain 5,000. Let's get 5,000 up here. All right, except maintain 5,000. That's set. We'll get flight level change and heading mode activated for now. All the runways are what? What did I say? 251? 251? Elvoni, what's up? Welcome back. All right, let's set this on 251 heading. All right, there's 251. Selected heading. Let's go up here and get our speed in FMS mode. All right.
1120.
Except maintain 5,000. Expect 4305 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.05.
For takeoff, yeah.
So we got 12805 in right there. Expect runway 25 left. 1209 for taxi. All right, 25 left is right next to us down here. So we're going to expect Alpha.
United 1120, looks like you're on Foxtrot going for 25 left. Are you set up for 25 right?
I think we're good. I'm going to top the fuel off again. Super realistic. I just want to make sure we have enough.
Sorry about that. I made a mistake. What would you like me to do?
United 1120, hold position right there. Set up for runway 25 left. And visor ready.
Super realistic.
Los Angeles Tower, Delta 1358, we're on the visual, 24 left.
I mean, it's possible. Am I VATSIMing via text? No, Josh, but I got a PDC, so pre-departure clearance, so they text you your clearance instead of reading it to you when they're busy. Or at big airports like this, they do it. So it's basically like the equivalent of getting like a printout sheet in the cockpit of a 737 or whatever. Very fancy digital stuff. So now all I have to do, I have the clearance, I have it all figured out. He's got all my instructions, all that. It's as filed, but climb and maintain 5,000. And then, so you don't have to read back the whole clearance. You can just say you're ready to taxi, which is what I'm about to do when there's a little space here. Someone's got an open mic right now. All right, so we're flying up to Portland. I haven't looked at all the Portland stuff, the arrival and everything, so we got time, though. It's a 2-hour flight, so we'll look at that stuff once we get up. Somebody is still stuck on open mic right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Stuck Mike.
All right, there they go. Tower messaged him.
Delta 1660, contact departure.
Or departure, 1660.
Delta
Pretty busy.
128, Los Angeles Tower, good afternoon. Reduce the final approach speed, number 2, wind 25010, runway 24 left, clear to land.
Reduce speed, 24 left, clear to land, Delta 12.
All right, let's go taxi. 25 left. Actually, let me double check the PDC and make sure it's 25 left. Yes, 25 left.
1660, contact departure.
That person has not replied. Oh, this is my moment. I've had way too long. I'm scared to call. Sorry, the dog is at the door, peeking her face in between the door. It was super cute. And information, Mike. Yeah, okay. 29er84. 29er84. 5,000 feet. Los Angeles Tower, Honda Jet. 23 Kilo 1 Papa, ready to taxi with Mike.
Honda Jet 23 Kilo 1 Papa, runway 25 left, taxi via Alpha Foxtrot.
25 left, Alpha Foxtrot, Kilo 1 Papa.
And United 1120, you have the
All right,
numbers
Alpha
for
Foxtrot, so I think that's a mid, is that a midfield?
20, we're
Negative, okay, that is 25 left full length, so Foxtrot, we're going to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, no worries, United
All right, parking brake off to the left, let's go.
Line up and wait, 25 left.
Delta 1358, expedite to Zulu and do not stop, left on Zulu, left on Echo, taxi to parking, good day.
Do not stop, left turn Zulu, expedite to Zulu, taxi to parking on Bravo, Delta 1358 today.
All right, we're going to see double taxiway signs pretty much everywhere because I got a custom LAX scenery, and I also have the real-world taxiway signage add-on from Black Square, which is mega expensive, but I got it a while back. All right, we are on Alpha. We take this all the way down to Foxtrot, full length, 25 left. All right, and we are on the Lady J4 Castro transition. The departure instructions were climb via SID except maintain 5,000. So we're not exceeding 5,000 until they tell us so. All right, flaps were already set, pitch trim was already set, oxygen is set, lights are automatic.
Left, clear for takeoff.
Lady J4 departure,
Clear for takeoff,
that's all in the FMS. Climbing to 5,000 until further advisement. So laggy, even with frame generation, it's insane. It's probably more laggy than it needs to be because of having double taxiway signs.
128, give way to company and follow him to the ramp.
And there are a lot of ground vehicles and stuff the scenery puts down. I mean, it's LAX, it's just kind of crazy. All right, we are Honda Jet, not Vision Jet. Gotta remember. What's up, Mac? Max says, after I get my flight controls to start to fly sim, can you give me a roundabout number for how much space you'll need for the sim, VATSIM, and everything else? What is the sim by default? Like 150 gigabytes or something like that? It matters how many add-ons you buy. They can add up quick. A lot of them are like multiple gigabytes. And the world updates also take a bunch of space. Personally, I wouldn't get anything smaller than like a 2 terabyte drive. I think 2 terabytes the new 1 terabyte. I would get a 2 terabyte. You could probably get away with 1 terabyte if you have like nothing else on there. But
Departure 13555.
It's 128.05.
133.05. United 1120.
United 1120, 128.05, 2805.
128.05, United 1120.
Good day.
all right, 25 left. We're almost there. Is this Foxtrot? Let me zoom in here. This is Foxtrot. All right, 25 left. All right, we're ready to go when he tells us.
Honda Jet 23 Kilo 1 Papa. RNAV 2 Hyper. Wind 24010. Runway
Hyper.
25 left. Clear for takeoff.
25 Hyper. 25 left, clear for takeoff. Sorry, RNAV 2 Hyper.
Affirm.
I don't know what that means. Sorry, maybe I made a mistake. I'm on the Lady J4. What is the RNAV 2 Hyper? Sorry about that.
Hyper is the first waypoint on your FMC.
Oh, copy. Okay. RNAV 2 Hyper, 240. Sorry, 25 left, clear for takeoff. Honda Jet K1, Kilo 1 Papa. Oh, Hyper. I was reading that as Hyper. Hyper. RNAV 2 Hyper. So RNAV, oh my god. First fix. I was reading that as Hyper, I was reading it as Hyper, not Hyper. All right, 25 left, clear for takeoff. RNAV Hyper. I thought that was Hyper. H-I-I. I'm just reading things wrong. All right, he gave me clear for takeoff, so I'm good. RNAV 2 Hyper. And the RNAV thing is weird too. I'm like expecting them to just say Lady J, clear for takeoff or something. All right, anyway, our rotation. I actually don't have that set because I'm dumb. Get from sim, add. All right, VR 115.
Tower Hula 917 radio check. Yeah, 917 Los Angeles Tower 5x5.
Speed brake is not extended. What?
United 917 requesting I-4 clearance to Las Vegas.
I don't understand why it keeps saying speed brake extended. My speed brake is definitely not
Yeah,
on.
917, no flight plan file. Go ahead, check it out, refile, I'll get you going. Oh, sorry about that, 917, we're filing right now.
It's normally Docker. Okay.
Alright, we just followed our flight plan. United 917 requesting I-4 clearance to Las Vegas. Information Mike. United 917, clearance request, stand by. Stand by, United 917.
Alright, there we go. Everything's up. Flaps are up. We're going to go to departure soon. Alright, 1,000 climbing 5,000 direct hyper. Except maintain 5,000, they said.
Hey Tower, it's also 26. I know this is strange, but our tug is not pushing us back. The parking brake is off, by the way.
Delta 26 Heavy, then you need to fire your pushback.
Sorry, what was that? Delta 26?
I got Hipper
Delta 26
instead.
Heavy, disregard. If you want, you could disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah, I
see if that
keep
works.
thinking that's Hipper, and
try
it's
Delta
Hyper.
26.
That's why I was confused, just because of pronunciation. All right, accept maintain.
Jet 3, 1 Papa, contact departure, good day.
Departure, Honda Jet 3, Kilo 1 Papa, thanks. All right, over to departure, 128050. Give it a second so we don't step on anyone.
No, 1132, field is fine.
Yeah, 1132, fly heading 220, drawing final first course, clear visual approach runway 25.
God, I hate it when I mess up like that. It's embarrassing, but like, I gotta ask to make sure I'm not doing something wrong. And I think I'm on SoCal departure. SoCal departure, Honda Jet, November 23 Kilo 1 Papa, 5,000 feet, Lady J4.
Honda Jet 23 Kilo 1 Papa, radar contact, climb maintain 13,000.
Climb maintain 13,000, Kilo 1 Papa. All right, 13,000.
JetBlue 707, turn right heading 160.
Flight 160, JetBlue 707.
All right, 13,000 is set. Back in climb mode, 210 knots. All right. We're on our way to McGee. And then we're turning Malibu at or above 7,000 at Malibu. We're almost at 7,000 already because this thing's a rocket ship. God, I feel so just gross just for having to ask clarification for one thing. Like I'm lined up, or you know, I'm holding short, just about to take off, and then he says something I don't know. I'm like, what?
Traffic 2 o'clock, 4 miles.
It's like, huh?
Westbound is the United 730.
Feels bad, man. Every time it just feels so bad. I'm glad I wasn't streaming when I did the IFR clearance on the ground.
Number 2, clear visual approach runway 25 left.
Number 2, clear visual approach to KLAX, JetBlue 707.
Number 6, Victor Mike, verify the.
All right, turning right Malibu. We need to be at or above 7,000 there, and then at 8,000, Lady J, but we're blowing through that restriction. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this restriction here.
Information is Mike is current at Los Angeles.
There we go, so we won't get held down by the RNAV or by our VNAV system. All right, 10,000.
Roger, you can expect a visual approach 25 left. 25 left by 650 Mike.
I'm not sure if I actually need to remove. I'm not sure if I do need to remove that constraint or not, but it seems safer to do that.
Takeoff pressure 256 Charlie Hotel, descending to flight level 200 on Alaska 1.
All right, verify yaw damper on. Altimeters are set standard. We'll be at 18,000 feet.
256 Charlie Hotel, SoCal approach, verify the.
Landing lights, that's all automated.
We have Tango at the.
All right, on the way to Lady J.
Charlie Hotel, Roger. Cynthia, the lucky arrival at Lindy, clear localizer or RNAV.
You ask a real world all the time. It was great that you asked.
Lucky and then cleared RNAV.
All right, here we go. 13,000.
Number 6 Charlie Hotel.
I appear as an A330. Nice.
4651, 6 Charlie Hotel.
Better to ask than a number, yeah. All right, 13,000.
JetBlue 707, contact LA Tower 120.95.
Order Tower, JetBlue 770.
Number 844, hello, down to 16,000 on the Cayo 8 for bounce space.
Every time I hear somebody so calm when they call it, I'm like, this person has been doing this forever. They're just like, hey, how's it going?
Leaving flight level 185, number 844 station.
For X-ray Sierra, Roger. The current Ontario altimeter is 2984. You can expect the visual approach runway 30 at Long Beach.
2984, I'm expecting the visual runway 34 Long Beach.
All right, we're direct Rugby right now.
November 23 Kilo 1 Papa, contact LA Center 135.55.
LA Center 135.55, Kilo 1 Papa, thanks.
November 3 Juliet Lima, contact John Wayne altimeter is 2984.
All right, 13555, transfer.
615, descend via the Lucky One arrival, Lindbergh altimeter 2985.
LA Center time.
Lucky One, South 615.
It's here. Center, Spirit Wings 906, Eddie here.
Spirit Wings 906, LA Center, region 5x5, runway 19 left, taxi via Delta.
All right, Delta 19 left, Spirit Wings 906. Thanks so much.
And Center United 2463, just like to let you know we're declaring the minimum fuel.
2463, roger.
LA Center, Honda Jet 23 Kilo 1 Papa, 13,000 feet, Lady J4.
Delta 305, turn left heading 180, descend and maintain flight level 190 for spacing.
I'm on VATSIM. Oh. Sorry, I called. Let me see.
Delta 305, turn left heading 180, descend and maintain.
I don't know if I stepped on someone that I couldn't hear or not, so we'll see.
Left 180.
Give him a
maintain 150.
little bit to reply.
LA Center 664 is a traffic issue. We're holding short here. Actually, we're holding on.
Stand by, I'm maintaining positive control. United 664, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
This guy's handling ground at a bunch of places too.
Delta 1660, descend via the round is 2, arrival, runway 26 left transition, Vegas altimeter 29 or 8.
Alright, we're now direct Orosi?
Delta 1660.
Lufthansa 5 Yankee, descend via the Lucky 1 arrival, the Lindbergh altimeter 29 or 85.
2995, Lucky 1, Lufthansa 5
Okay,
Yankee, thank you.
handling people in San Diego.
LA Center, hello, Delta 962 is 3,700 for 230.
Delta 962, LA Center, climb maintain flight level 270.
The 270, Delta 962.
See if he even heard us.
1959, Albuquerque's offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, have a good flight.
Already in the command good day.
Center, Spirit Wings 906, we're ready at the end, 19 left.
Stand by, I'll give you takeoff clearance when possible.
Thanks.
United 580, descend via the Angel 4 arrival. The
He's
Ontario
super
altimeter
busy. I'm not sure when to call again. He probably heard me because it was quiet. We'll see.
Layer 1888, flight level 350 with you.
With you.
Flare 1888, LA Center, radar contact 25 miles northwest of the Avenel VOR. Welcome.
Alright, I guess I'll try again. LA Center, Honda Jet 23 Kilo 1 Papa, 13,000, Lady J4.
November 23 Kilo 1 Papa, LA Center, welcome. Climb maintain flight level 430.
Climb maintain flight level 430, Kilo 1 Papa. Alright, 430, let's go. Let's do it with the altitude selection knob.
November 116 here, Juliet. It's about 90 miles southwest.
1,000 at a time with this thing. 430. All the way up, maximum.
Delta 743, best forward speed.
Alright, 430. He just called best forward
Delta
speed
743,
for one of them. If
forward
I got
speed.
that, I would need to go in here, VNAV, climb, change this to, I think it's high speed climb, right? Would give me maximum forward speed.
Make a left turn,
Cruise climb, so maximum rate. Yeah, we're basically going from
12,000.
VY to
12,000, Delta 305.
a lower angle than that just to maximize our ground speed. But it's at 210 on the climb right now.
120, sorry, for Delta 205.
Alright, we're going to switch to standard momentarily, so I'll just change that now.
12,000.
Delta 205.
9664, ready to contact the altitude. 9664,
I'm going to feel bad about not recognizing that hyper waypoint all day now. It's just like, oh. Alright, David asked about Pilot Edge versus VATSIM.
Southwest 2533.
Pros and cons, like, I don't think there's a winner. They're just different. I think, for me, I did Pilot Edge before I ever did VATSIM for a couple months. I got a good, I did all their cat ratings first, which is VFR stuff. It obviously costs money versus it being free. Pilot Edge versus
United
VATSIM.
2463, perfect. Clear for
I think Pilot Edge is really good to start out with because of the tutorials, and they're used to people when you're doing those the cat programs, the ratings. They know exactly what you know.
Left turn to Chow.
So I think
Left to Chow, Delta
it's really good to get started with.
And resume on navigation, sir.
I think before you get started, you need the phonetic alphabet memorized, and then you can just go for it with the cat program. And then I only did one of the instrument rating things with Pilot Edge. Another bonus is it's on like 16 hours a day. You always have coverage. I think they have 3 controllers that are on 16 hours a day. So you don't get a huge variety with the controllers, like the people you're talking to. But at the same time, yeah, it's 16 hours a day. Other downside is it's only West Coast. West Coast and a little bit near like Colorado, Utah, I think. So anything west of like Texas, you're fine. They extend it every now and then. I'm not sure what their coverage is now, but it's definitely not nationwide in the US, and it's definitely not global.
Kind of 427 push is your discretion.
But yeah, they're just different. I would do it the same way, I think. If I was first starting, I would do Pilot Edge for 1 or 2 months, however long it takes me. Go through the CAT ratings, go through the I ratings if you're interested in the IFR and instrument stuff. Other than that, once you're done with that, just go into VATSIM. You're going to be like way more prepared. I know VATSIM has its own training things as well, like tutorials and ratings and stuff. I've never tried them.
Roger.
VATSIM nationwide? Well, VATSIM is global. Like, what I mean is just Pilot Edge is only the western US for the most part. Like the western third of the US, last I checked. So their coverage area is much lower. In flying in the LA airspace with Pilot Edge, they are very, very detailed with the VFR routes. So there are a few special routes around the LAX, around the LA airspace, like where you can fly over LAX, which I've done in real life before as a passenger. So we flew over LAX in like, I don't know if we were in the SR-20 maybe. But we flew right over LAX airport. So there's a few special routes called like special flight rules. And there's like is it the coastal route? And then there's one more that I forget the name of. But they cover all of those like very special things. So that's pretty cool.
Via the Chow 2
yeah, the LA corridor. There you go.
Continuing on the Chow 2, we're just making the left, Delta 205.
Okay.
Alaska 511 passing 10,000 for 3000.
Flare 1888 descent via the Ironman 2 arrival, LA altimeter 298.
Ironman 2 arrival, that's awesome. Alright, so we are passing by Hey Joe.
1888 descent via the Ironman 2 arrival.
Now we're on our way to Castro, which is our transition waypoint.
What is our descent altitude? Flare
1888, it's via the arrival, via the restriction.
Hey yo.
Via the restrictions, Flare 1888.
Hey Joe, hey yo. I guess it is more like hey yo.
11,000 for 3000.
Alright, after Castro, we have a couple en route waypoints, and then we have the Timbers 2 arrival into Portland, which I haven't looked at all yet.
7 rate of contact, altitude.
Oh, climbing 4,000 knots.
Velo 207, thanks. Climb maintain flight levels 410.
410, Velo.
Alright, so we're going to be coming in from Gallo. So Gallo's right here. Rena. Just checking our waypoints. Then we have Moxie at or above flight level 240. Then we go to Portal between 11,000 and flight level 240 at 270 knots. That's correct. Timbers 11,000 at or above. Vance 11 to 15.
Delta 743 at Preno, cleared ILS, runway 26 left approach.
Flower between 7 and 9.
Cleared at Preno. 26 left.
Then we have F full between 7 and 9 as well. Sail 6 and 8. Correct. Micro 5,000 feet at 210 knots. That's also correct. Brew and then pub.
Spirit swings 906 runway 19 left, line of 08.
Line of 08, 19 left. Spirit
all right, so all the data looks right. We don't know our
United 2370
arrival runway yet.
Rate of service terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good flight.
But I'm going to go ahead and check on the ATIS here. Information Victor.
Austrian 4260, say Mach.
All right, so KPDX information, Victor.
Mach 0.85.
2015 Zulu, wind is calm, 10
4260,
miles,
Mach
overcast at
0.70 or
1600.
less.
0.70 less.
2987.
4260.
Austrian 4260.
ILS runway
make it
10 left is in
2.78
use.
or less.
All right, I'm going to set up for ILS 10 left. And 10 left is what our sim brief.
Thank you.
It's what sim brief
Southwest 615, contact
had
hotel approach
as well.
128.05.
So I'll just go to proc.
2805, Southwest 615.
ILS 10 left.
906, runway 19
Probably
left,
vectors, but we're going to put in a waypoint anyway.
Allegiant 75. We got information Bravo ready to taxi.
All right, I'm just going to choose over here, ILS 10 left.
Allegiant 75.
We'll choose
LA
Buxom
runway 19
transition,
left,
just so we have more
taxi to
waypoints.
Gulf Delta, Allegiant 75.
And I'll put in the minimums early.
Air Canada 0247.
293.
Air Canada 427, runway 26
Load.
right, taxi via Gulf
Yep,
Bravo.
GPS guidance only because it's a
Flight Gulf Bravo for Air Canada.
radio approach, ILS approach. All right, cool. Hold in lieu of procedure turn. Probably. I do not see one here. I love that phrase, hold in lieu of procedure turn.
Alpha 6, requesting cross 26 right.
All right, we're almost at flight level 300,
Yeah,
climbing at 1,400 feet per minute still.
Be departing.
Roger, hold short runway 26 right, Alpha 6, United.
And actually, I'm wondering if I have traffic turned on the map right now. I'm running that light version. We were chatting a little on Discord about this, but apparently with the Honda Jet, there are two different configurations.
Delta 921, LA
And it's through the livery selection. The normal ones have independent GTCs down here.
November 23, Kilo 1, Papa. Oakland's offline. Freighter service terminated. Frequency change approved. Yeah.
Frequency change approved, Kilo 1 Papa.
All
Alright, looks like we're going over to Unicom for now. Let's see what happened with the coverage.
We're at a 4,000.
We had coverage earlier.
Spearwing 506, thank you. Climb maintain flight level
Oh, yep,
390.
rip.
Flight level 390, Spearwings.
Yep, we have no more coverage. Feels bad, man.
Right of contact,
And Portland's offline.
of the Avenel VOR.
Alright, well, looks like we're going over to Unicom. Man, should I finish this flight or not? Maybe I should just emergency land at another airport. Yeah, see, this is, you know, when we're talking about pros and cons of Pilot Edge versus VATSIM. So I've only been on, what time did I get on? 1 o'clock? I've been on 1 hour, right? So in 1 hour, I had...
That's outside my airspace, can't do that.
Let me switch to Unicom.
Later on.
1228. That is Unicom, right? Unicom, VATSIM. I always forget. 1228. Yeah, okay. So yeah, here's the downside. Like, I got on an hour ago. Phoenix Tower went offline. Phoenix Approach went offline. And since I've taken off since I loaded in at LAX, the ground controller went offline. I took off. Thankfully I got tower and I got departure and I got center, which is cool. After that, then, you know, by the time I'm getting out of the coverage of center, my departure center is offline and the tower at the airport I'm going to is offline. So, you know, yeah, this is the downside. Like if I look over here at the map, this whole area was covered. Also, Vancouver was online as well. Vancouver Center was online. They're offline now. Vancouver Arrival and Tower of Victoria are on. But yeah, it just, you know, it changes. So, and look, now Albuquerque Center is back online, and Phoenix Approach is back online. So the original flight I planned, in hindsight, would have been better to go to, but I never would have known, you know. So, yeah, you know, it's hit or miss. It just, you know, Unicom is fine. It's just, yeah, it's free. It's all volunteer. Can't really complain. But yeah, sometimes there's some frustrating things where you're just like, oh, I'm gonna do this flight. Well, no, I'm not. Still better than Microsoft Flight Sim ATC. Yeah, the events are great. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I usually have the events get pulled up on my browser every time I open it. It's part of my like tabs that get open automatically. And it looks like I'm usually a little early for the events. Like on the weekends, I try to get on around noon or 1. And a lot of these events start like 4 or 5 p.m., which makes sense. But yeah, it looks like, is this Pittsburgh? Return of Flight of the Living Dead. So this is happening in about 2 hours. What's up, Chad? That's Navigraph. Navigraph is opened up, and it's got our... Yeah, Navigraph is the best. You can also use Navigraph in the plane. I like using... This is actually the desktop app that's in the corner. So when you use it, what you're seeing is me overlaying a small size desktop app in the corner using my streaming software. See how I can like toggle it on and off. So for you to get this kind of picture-in-picture mode, you have to use the in-app version, which goes in the top toolbar here. It's kind of slow performing, so I don't use it myself, and it's got some bugs. But if you're using Navigraph and you're not streaming and you have a tablet, I would just recommend, you know, or if you have multiple monitors, you'll probably want to use either the Windows app or use an app on your tablet, which is kind of the realistic way to do it, is using it on your tablet, since, you know, a lot of pilots use something like ForeFlight on their tablet in real world. So that would be kind of a semi-realistic way to do it. But there are also, let me turn this off and show you real quick since we're not on VATSIM anymore. I mean, I am on VATSIM. But down here, this plane happens to have a G3000, and VATSIM, or sorry, Navigraph has plugins for the G3000 and the G1000. So you get integrated charts in the cockpit. So if I go down here and click on charts, it's going to automatically pull up a chart based on my flight. So here, I'm on the Lady J right now. So we have this, the chart pulled up right here in the avionics, which is also really cool. So the top toolbar panel version of Navigraph up here and the in-game charts like this are very good for VR. So if you happen to use VR, then yeah, it's a cool option. You can also go down and, you know, choose all the charts here yourself. But it does have this sync option where it syncs POF, phase of flight, I think is what that means. So as soon as I get past the next waypoint, it's going to pull up the correct waypoint. Actually, what is this? What's the Cascade to RNAV departure? Oh, I must have clicked something. There we go. Timbers to arrival. So this is my arrival here. Oh, Navigraph has a bad bug in VR? I never use VR, even though I have it. I use it very, very randomly. And ForeFlight, yeah, ForeFlight is a great option. I would say if you're planning on flying in real life, assuming you're in the United States, I would use ForeFlight. It's more expensive, of course, because it's like a real life flight planning tool. I used to use ForeFlight quite a bit instead of Navigraph. I kind of used both of them for a bit. But yeah, I would say that if you're planning on flying in the real world, definitely use ForeFlight and connect it to your sim. Downside is you're not going to get Jeppesen charts unless you pay like $200 to get the US Jeppesen charts. So you'll be stuck with the FAA charts until then, which is fine. I would recommend the middle package if you do ForeFlight. I think it's like $240 a year because you get geo-referenced plates, so it'll show your plane on the plates and stuff like that. You don't get that geo-referenced capability on the base ForeFlight plan, the $120 one. But yeah, I mean, Navigraph, if you're just simming or if you don't want to pay for ForeFlight, if you're not going to do real world and you're just simming, Navigraph's the way to go. 100%. Yeah, no problem, Chad. Yeah, Navigraph it's one of my favorite pieces of software. I have tried the Tobii eye tracker. Yeah, it's actually in my closet. I tried Track IR a long time ago. I have the Tobii one. I literally have the mount on the bottom of my monitor, and I never use it. And I think it's just because there's something about moving my head but keeping my eyes straight forward that I really dislike. It's awkward for me. I've given it a try many times, and it's not for me. But a lot of people love the eye trackers and head trackers. I want to be able to turn my head and look at the checklist on my iPad or look down and look at my phone or look over at chat. I think it's different if you're like streaming, honestly. I don't like it reacting to my head movement. I think it's weird. I just like setting the camera and moving my head and eyes where I want to, you know, without it reacting. And it's just kind of always moving, and I don't want to... Yeah, you have to side eye, yeah. So if I want to look over here with Tobii Eye Tracker, I'm looking at my monitor, which is in front of my face, but I'm moving my head to the left while looking over here still. Like it's kind of weird, you know? So for me, I just like the, what do you call it? I don't know. I just like it being very static. I like being in full control. Yeah, 51 knot crosswind. All right, flight level 400. And we're just on Unicom right now, and everybody's being pretty quiet. So distance to go, 632 nautical miles. Our en route's still 1 hour 57. Our airtime was supposed to be 2 hours. We'll see once we get into, you know, this is going to go down drastically once we get into cruise. And we barely left LAX. Track, I argue, just the profile moves completely to your left by the time you're looking at the left side. Yeah, there's definitely calibration to do. I honestly did not spend the time like calibrating it and tweaking it and all of that, so. All right, we're at flight level 410 almost. Winds aloft chart's insane in the high flight levels. Actually, do we get winds aloft in Navigraph? In Navigraph? I think under the weather section. Can I change? Yeah, radar. Jet stream. We can look at jet streams. I don't know if I get... We can get wind barbs. I'm not sure what altitude it's set at. I haven't really played much with these. So it's showing, it says, yeah, wind barbs at flight level 220. How do I change that? I haven't played with this feature at all yet. Oh, there we go. So I can bring it up to flight level, let's do 420. And I don't know how to read these at this high of an altitude. They have the solid flag. I assume that's 50. Yeah, there are a lot of features here that I haven't played with in all the Navigraph weather and telemetry updates. So you can put on all these bugs down here. So we have like destination ETE, and you can customize all of these. I know it's very tiny for you guys to see, but yeah, they added a lot of features and I haven't necessarily dug into them. Yeah, no problem, Chad. Thanks a lot, man. Good luck with Navigraph. I hope you pick it up and enjoy it. It's awesome. Big flag is 50. Yeah, I can't say that I look at the wind barbs that often because I'm a fake pilot, so. Yeah, big flags, 50 knots, the big triangle. Makes sense. Portland, what's up, we okay? Portland have scheduled ATC ground training at 2300. Gone for the event, yeah, 1400. Yeah, it might be worth just flying down here. There, for some reason, Beale Air Force Base down here. Somebody's probably just training, but Beale Air Force Base down here is active. Yeah, and there's nothing in Portland, Seattle, Vancouver went offline. So I could just land at San Francisco potentially. Just start our descent and land at San Francisco. That might be a decent option. All right, we're about to hit our cruise here. So then we don't have to be in the air for way longer with no coverage and nobody landing in Portland. Intel to shrimp. So I could switch over and just pull in a random... Let's just switch over and land at San Francisco and save ourselves an hour of our lives. Yeah, this will go down a bit more, but the arrival is the Timbers 2 into Portland is what I filed. So yeah, I don't know if I can, I guess I could just like squawk 2000 to basically tell them that I'm on a different clearance. Just change it myself. I think I've done that once before when I just, like, coverage went offline and I was like, eh. Have I ever thought about getting a banner across that has the flight number? Yeah, I used Flight Sim Toolkit Pro at one point to do that. It just became yet another thing to set up, which is just like, there's already so much to get set up. Streaming software, music, VATSIM, Navigraph, the overlays, make sure the microphone's working, make sure chat is set up, make sure you can preview your own stream, you know, and then don't forget to turn on Flight Sim Toolkit Pro, and then I have to import my flight into, you know, file with VATSIM, import it into the flight plan in the plane, import it into Navigraph, import it into Sim Toolkit Pro, whatever. It just, there's so many things going on. And then, like in this instance, if I change to go to San Francisco, now I have to update it in like 4 places. It's just, yeah, it's just a yet another thing to set up situation that I try to simplify what I have going. I know that it's popular for people to have those at that banner at the top of the screen though. I have done it before. Yeah, I was gonna check earlier if I had traffic turned on it. Yeah, I do have traffic on. Traffic display. Oh, that's my transponder mode. Altitude range is unrestricted as well, and I don't see anybody. It's just possible there's nobody near me. Actually, it looks like there's an Alaska flight behind us at flight level. They're at 400. So I see them back here. This is me. And here's this Alaska 511. They're at 40,000 feet coming up behind us. So we're 3,000 feet above them. Might see their lights in the distance. I don't know, somewhere over here. Oh, is that you, Omar? Oh, nice. That's you right behind us then. You're Alaska 511. Almost to Fresno, just land in my town. Hey Omar, do you want to switch over to land at San Francisco since all the controllers went offline? There's a bunch of planes at San Francisco right now. Yeah, these guys are going to SFO. Yeah, it might be nice to land earlier. What's our ETE now? Hour and 30 minutes. It's not too bad. You want to do San Fran? Okay. Do you know how we change it with VATSIM? Do I file a new flight plan? Maybe just file a flight plan that just changes my arrival and my destination airport and just leaves a Lady J in? Or do you squawk 2000? Maybe just file a new flight plan and squawk 2000. Refile, reconnect. And then squawk 2000, right? I think last time I was looking at that. So if I edit my flight and say LAX to SFO. Alright, San Francisco with 0 passengers and freight. In the Honda Jet. Exactly. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's give that a shot. I haven't done that before. I mean, I did it once a while back, but I don't think I changed anything. I just basically descended and landed at a nearby airport, then turned it off. I was done. Hey, thanks, David. You too. Yeah, take care of yourself. Get that test done. I know. I mean, I have no excuse. I got plenty of time. Just do a stream every now and then, and besides that, I should be studying. All right, so let's see. So if we're gonna do this new route, we're getting SFO, KSFO, the Surfer 4 arrival for runway 28 right is what we're getting. All right, so that is all set here. I'm gonna go and do Navigraph first. Unload, import the new flight from SimBrief. I'm gonna go down here. I'm going to change my squawk to 2000. Disconnect and then reconnect to VATSIM. And squawking 2000, altitude reporting mode. All right, I'm reconnected. And now I'm gonna file this one again. Pre-file on network. Dude, look at that. Look at that contrail right in front of us. What the heck? Oh, that's a bug, isn't it? Is that a bug? Where like, what the? Yeah, I think that's a bug where it's injecting the traffic, so it's just showing from their departure to where they are instantly. That's pretty funny. Okay. All right, I'm reconnected on VATSIM. And it gave us the Surfer 4. All right, so we're going to Intel, and then I'm just gonna change here. Let's go heading select and heading mode. Then I'm gonna go down and just re-import the entire flight plan with SimBrief. And this is the Surfer 4 Surfer transition. All right, import. Okay, that's done. 24 right, that's our departure. And it says we're off route. Oh, it gave us the summer too, that's why, and then to stoked. So I'm gonna switch, let me change the departure procedure to what we had before, which was the Lady J4 Castro transition, runway 25 left. Okay, let's load that. Okay, and now we're gonna go Hipper. We did all these. Lady J, Rugby, Hey Joe, Castro. All right, so we're gonna go direct Surfer. I'm gonna activate direct Surfer, which is far to our west. All right, direct Surfer. Making a long left-hand turn here. This is gonna be, and we're probably gonna have to start descending soon. All right, VNAV descent. All right, flight level 200 by Gnarly, which is after Surfer. Top of descent, 8 minutes and 33 seconds. All right. Squawking 2000 is basically like the VFR equivalent, but it's a VATSIM specific thing. So normally in the US, if you're IFR, you squawk 1200. A VATSIM specific rule I just looked up, I think last week, is when you are basically on an IFR flight plan that you're filing with VATSIM, but there's no controller on, you squawk 2000. And that basically means you're on an IFR flight plan, but no controller has actually given you a real squawk code. So it helps them realize like, oh, whenever they see a bunch of squawk 2000s, they know those are the planes they have to assign squawk codes to and contact. All right, so let me pre-file this. 23 Kilo 1 Papa. And down here, and file. Call sign in use. All right, I'm just gonna put an alpha on the end of mine. All right, there we go. Just in case someone gets in. So my other flight plan is still in use, I guess, and I don't know how I can close it out, actually. All right, so I'm heading direct Surfer, which is a little weird. I should probably go down to the south a bit more. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this on my own. I'm gonna go to heading mode and go way to the south. Like to the southwest almost. A little more south than west. I guess direct surfer is fine. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna go back to nav mode. That'll be fine. I mean, it's taking us that way anyway. To close it, you have to disconnect, refile, and reconnect. I did disconnect, so I'm not sure why. All right, I'll disconnect right now and then try to refile with my original. Okay, that did work. Okay, and then connect. I had reconnected already first, that's why. All right, now I'm reconnected. Got it, got it. Disconnect on VATSIM, then file, then reconnect. So I had disconnected and reconnected right away. Okay, cool. Yeah, that worked. Thanks, guys. All right, top of descent. Okay, and then let's check our new arrival here, which is the Surfer 4. All right, so here's Surfer, and then we have Gnarly, 280 knots at flight level 200. So let's double check. All right, we're on a route direct to Surfer. 2000, oh, it is a real life standard. Oh, I didn't know that, awesome. I thought it was just a VATSIM specific thing. Awesome. 1200 is VFR, yep. Do know that one. I thought the 2000 was a VATSIM only thing. That's cool. Okay, we're direct Surfer. I'm going to double check all the waypoints here. So we have Gnarly, at or above flight level 200 and 280 knot speed restriction. Then we have Waves, 15 to 19 at 280. That's correct. Epic, 10 to 15 at 280. Follett, 8,000, at or above 8,000 at 240 knots. Good. And then at Eddy, we are at 6,240 knots. Expect to sign instrument approach runway 28 left, 28 right. And it is 28 right is what is there for sim brief. So let's go ahead and put the approach for 28 right. ILS 28 right. Let's go and add that. I'm just going to check the chart for the minimums. ILS. Okay, I need to change to 28 right. Let's go here. Select our approach. ILS 28 right. Added to chart. And then bring it up. And Cat 1. ILS. Oh, the Cat 1 gets us down to 150? That's pretty cool. Okay. So our minimums are 163. Load that. Oh, actually transition is Eddy because we're coming in on that arrival. Let me bring up the Cat 1, Cat 2, and 3. Here's Cat 3. That's really cool that the Cat 1 is 150 decision height instead of 200 feet. Is that a new thing? Surfer, Gnarly, Epic, Follett, and then Eddy. So I'm choosing Eddy as our initial approach fix. There we go. All right, let's check our descent. 3 minutes and 42 seconds. And we're just using VNAV all the way down. So I'm just going to set our restriction for our FAF. 1,800 feet. So I'm just going to set it all the way down to 1,800 feet. Because we'll just take VNAV all the way down. All right, 1,800 feet set. And let's just hit that VNAV button, get the pretty green light. Sweet. All the speeds are set up, now we just chill. All right, let's get the arrival up here, overlaid. So we'll just see when we get close to our Surfer waypoint. We're gonna take a big right-hand turn up to the north towards Gnarly. Gnarly. VATSIM only thing is definitely use, yeah, 1228, yeah. Can't wait for them to change it to more realistic things. I thought I read somewhere that recently that they were changing a lot of their frequencies to be more accurate to real-world frequencies. Not necessarily for, you know, for Unicom or CTAF purposes, but as far as the actual controller frequencies and stuff go. All right, descent and approach, normal descent. Yes, VNAV, speed as required, throttle as required, passenger signs as desired, ice protection as required. There is just nothing. I think I have weather turned on here. The next radar connects weather is on, and I see absolutely nothing. And transition flight level set local. So let's go ahead and check what do we got for weather. All right, real world is info Juliet. VATSIM ATIS is offline. Real world altimeter is 299er0. Probably just use whatever Microsoft gives me. All right, on our way to Surfer. Here's our top of descent, minute and 20 seconds. All right, how's our fuel looking? 1,680 pounds. All right, there's vertical track. Something really cool about the Honda Jet is you get vertical track callouts. I think that's at 1 minute before top of descent. Yep. And I think it might say it again once we actually hit VNAV. I think you also get, I guess we'll hear it on the descent, but I think you get vertical track callouts when you're also leveling off at each VNAV restriction. So we'll see how that goes. And then it also gives you callouts for feet. So it'll give you like 100 AGL. It'll give you a minimums callout, which most planes do not. You know, the airliners will, I think, a lot of them. But as far as GA type planes, smaller ones or G1000 planes, G3000 planes, a lot of them don't give you a minimums callout. But the Honda Jet does, which is really cool. So we do have our minimum set, 163. All right, there's V-path. Here comes our descent. Auto throttle is incredible. I don't think I see Omar yet. I saw his like weird contrail bug when it happened. I'm gonna go look at the VATSIM map really quickly. Okay, I see myself. Oh yeah, I see you. He's like off of the front left. He's over here somewhere is where Omar's at. And let's see, what altitude are you at, Omar? You're still at 40,000 it looks like. So we might be able to see him at some point. But he's in a 737, 11 o'clock. Oh yeah, you can go out of the plane in this one, I forgot. This is so weird, but in the Honda Jet, you can just shimmy right outside of the plane. Kind of cool, actually. And it keeps the interior, like the quiet, it being quiet as if you're inside the plane still. Don't quite see him yet. And we'll see if we catch up. Let's see, what are we going? We're going 360 knots over the ground. We're just under flight level 400 now. All right, so we're on our way to Surfer. After that, we have a restriction of at or above flight level 200 at Gnarly and slow down to 280 knots. We're at Mach 0.70. And on our way to Surfer. Bottom of descent, 19.5 minutes. Oh, I see your contrail now. Yes. Omar in sight. He's right over there. And we have this big turn coming up. Instead of coming, we would have normally come from, this direction, but we were going up to Portland, and we've changed gears here to land earlier at San Francisco. And it looks like we're expecting runway 28 right on the ILS. But it's clear and calm there, so we could just do a visual if we really wanted to. But that would mean that we have to do work, so. I actually really like how you can just jump out of the cockpit like this. I wish most of the planes worked this way. That would be awesome. Let me double check if... oh yeah, somebody asked about the group flight earlier. Sorry. Oh yeah, Aviator. Yeah, I think I'll just do it tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I got a little excited to do VATSIM instead. So yes, we can do a group flight tomorrow if you guys are down. I also try to make sure I don't step on Dave's toes in Discord, because Dave in Discord has been running a group flight through the Discord for a while now. I think for over a year now, I think he's been doing it. And sometimes they'll fly on Sunday as well, so I just wanted to make sure. But they don't have anything scheduled as far as I know. They did one on Tuesday. But yeah, I'm definitely down to do one tomorrow, and yeah, I'll just find somewhere else to fly on the World Tour site, which I think that site's great. It's great for somebody like me that sucks at planning and finding cool places to fly. All right, flight level 340 and descending 1850, 1900 feet per minute, and we're doing our long right turn here at Surfer. And then we'll be headed to Gnarly. Flight level 200 or above at Gnarly. But then after that, we have a restriction under 190. Bottoms out at 15,000. I love these waypoints. Surfer, Gnarly, Waves, Epic. I don't know what Follett or Follett is. I'm not sure what that is. Eddie. It must be names of surfers. Is there like a professional surfer with the last name Follett or Eddie or something? It must be. Dude, you're so much faster than us, Omar. I mean, as expected, but as fast as the Honda Jet is, it's not that fast. I'm at Mach 0.7. Actually, we're slowing down, aren't we? I know we're still at 0.70. You're probably at like 0.78. He's over there into the clouds. And let me refresh on VATSIM. I'm just going to check the map again, make sure nobody's come online. And they have not. But we will hear some people at San Francisco just because it looks like there's like 5 or 6 people on the ground. You're descending at 0.71. Okay. Cool. Yeah, if I look over on the VATSIM map here, there are a few people on at San Francisco. 4 planes on the ground. Looks like one of them might be, one of them looks like it's taxiing right now. Oh. Okay, one of them's taking off maybe, or maybe just landed. And then I got this one approaching from the north. Yeah, squawking 2000. And then down here this is me right here. And then here's Omar and his 737 right in front of us. So maybe we'll hear some of these people. At the very least, me and Omar will hear each other. All right, we're on course now to Gnarly, still descending. We're at 28.8 and going down to 20,000 so far. Flight level 200. All the waypoints checked out, so we're just chilling and letting the auto throttle and the autopilot do its thing, and the VNAV do its thing. Let me check my descent checklist again. I got it pulled up on my iPad over here. The JD checklist from flightsim.to. Descent and approach. Yeah, we just need local altimeter. So I'm going to set that to whatever Microsoft Flight Sim gives us once we get down to 18,000. And it says 15 nautical miles out, reduce speed to 160 knots. All right, 7 miles until Gnarly. This is some explosions in the sky style music. All right, crossing Gnarly. And yeah, we're below 280 knots. So actually, so in this case, I guess this means that technically we shouldn't be doing this arrival procedure in the Honda Jet, right? We can't meet the 280 indicated restrictions. We have our barber pole is at 270. I wonder if I can change the no. I mean, that's our never exceed speed, right? So we're 380 over the ground though. I guess I don't know the answer to the question of, I mean, yeah, there's no way that like on the descent, on the star, all of these speeds are definitely indicated speeds, right? Because there's no, you wouldn't go by ground speed. Like, what are you gonna do? Slow down 100 knots? I'm at a ground speed of, yeah, or even like true airspeed, right? I assume it's in true airspeed. So what is Mach 0.60 true airspeed at 21,000 feet? I have no idea. It would make sense that they would be in true. I guess indicated also makes, I mean, it knows your altitude as well. So yeah, I actually don't know that. That's something I have to figure out. I'm just gonna Google it. I don't know that I can easily find that. All right, Google is not helping me right off the bat. Do any of you guys know if speed restrictions on arrivals are true or indicated airspeed? I assume it's indicated airspeed, but yeah, I have no idea. All right, let me check the arrival ATIS again. We just have real world ATIS. Altimeter is 2990 real world. So let's use that until we correct it with Microsoft. Do theirs. 2990. All right, we're turning direct waves now. Let me make sure I'm on the CTAF frequency. Yeah, Unicom 1228. All right, now we're headed down between 10,000 and 15,000 feet at Epic, 280 knots. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't be able to do this. We're maxed out at 270, so 280 we're over speeding. That standby altimeter is set. Hey, up. Oh, it is indicated. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. They both kind of make sense, I guess, but usually indicated, sometimes true on conversion to Mach. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? Because like Mach is basically our true airspeed equivalent at a certain flight level or pressure, I guess. And then once we transition to true, though, it's weird that we wouldn't also use true airspeed for the speeds at a lower altitude and instead use indicated. But I mean, it's just for separation, right? So as long as everybody's on the same route at the same relative, like within the same altitudes roughly, so it makes like indicated will be more than enough to keep traffic separated. So I guess it makes sense. But yeah, this is these 280 restrictions. I don't think the Honda Jet should be flying these then, since we're at 270. We're too slow to fly this. If you use true, you could get into dangerous speeds for the aircraft's performance. Yeah, that makes sense too. Yep. Cool. All right, well, good to know. I didn't know the answer to that, what speeds it was actually using on these charts. But good to know. Thank you. All right, 14,000 feet. We're going direct Follett now. That has a 240 knot, 240 knot restriction. And we need to be at or above 8,000 feet. So we're at 13.8 right now. Let me see if I hit B what we get. Still get 299 or 2. All right, we'll use 2990 for now. Gabe, what's up? All right, we do have some clouds coming up over here. Excellent. But I don't see anything on the weather radar. All right, 12.8 descending 8,000. And we're going ILS 28 right. All right, speaking of ILS, let's go ahead and check that. I already have the minimums in, 163 MSL for the Cat 1 ILS. Have the ATIS. ATIS is offline, so we have the numbers. I'm just using real world for now, but I'll probably just switch it to Microsoft's in a second. All right, Microsoft's saying 2991. I'm just gonna use that. Final approach course is 284 and localizer frequency is 1117. Let's double check that. 1117 right there. Okay, let's turn on our bearings. And barrel minimums 163 are set. Airport elevation, touchdown elevation is 13 feet. We got 61 is over here. It's always a little off. All right, then missed approach procedure is climb straight 3,000 and then direct VIC-U and hold. And that is just straight off the departure end of the runway. So we just keep going runway heading and then hold at VIC-U over here. DME 12.0 SFO. All right, and then we have 1158 is our reference VOR. San Francisco VR 1158. I guess I could put that in our nav2 and monitor it as well. 1158. There we go. So we have SFO, San Francisco VOR in. All right, 240 knots, so it's already slowing us down for that. Underdog says, I think the Star airspeed restriction is limited to 270 knots, but you can approach at slower speeds. Yeah, I'm just wondering though, like, if it, so this arrival says at 280 knots. So I'm not sure, like, if I flew this with VATSIM and they said maintain 280, I'd be, like, unable, like, but does that mean I shouldn't have filed it? Not actually sure. Alright, 28 right, let's get that in. And how far out are we? We're a good 26 miles out. $15 miles out, it says to reduce to 160 on the checklist. And I believe in the Honda Jet, we don't worry about changing any of the anti-ice until we get CAS messages. Engine anti-ice is off. 11 degrees outside air temperature, and it's getting warmer. So I'm just going to leave it off, and if we get an icing warning, I'll turn the engine anti-ice on. The rest of them are set and normal. So I assume these will work automatically, just like everything else in this plane. We'll see. I haven't gotten any icing warnings yet, though. Alright, 22 nautical miles remaining. So we are about a little more, we're about 20 miles south. See if we get any icing on the windshields. It's pretty warm. 13 degrees. All right, coming up to Eddy here. Our final altitude is 1800 at Axmule to get the glide slope for the ILS. Whoa, and I got 1800 set here. All right, going down to 4,000 now. Go to our flight plan. All right, 4,000 at Sidby. All right, I'm gonna set this to manual speed now and slow us down. And we are about 15 miles out. San Francisco traffic, Honda Jet, Kilo 1 Papa is on the ILS 28 right, about 15 miles out, San Francisco. All right, gave our CTAF call down to 200 knots. And we should slow down. That's our boy! Omar's on a 10-mile final for 28 right. All right, so I'm slowing down to 160 knots. And then we got flaps and gear when we're about 3 miles out. Verify landing 3 miles out. So I'm gonna, we can get our gear and flaps out once I turn on to final. We have the ILS showing up here in gray. 15 DME. I also don't know where I'm parking, which is it's a problem I usually have. I can barely hear that person. I think it's 200 knots for our, 200 knots for our gear and flap speed.
And expected landing about 8 minutes from now.
Someone said expecting landing 8 minutes from now? I don't have any traffic here. We only have 3 minutes left, so that's fine. All right, I'm gonna turn on approach mode. We have the gray glide slope indicator there. Once we turn, I'm gonna get my gear and flaps one.
San Francisco traffic, Delta compared to that the terminal B, pushing back facing north at San Francisco.
All right, we got localizer.
On San Francisco traffic, Alaska 511, 5 miles final straight right.
All right, there's Omar on his 5-mile final. San Francisco traffic, Vision Jet, Kilo 1 Papa, 10-mile final, 28 right, San Francisco. I almost said Alaska at the end.
Take it.
What is? What's up? All right, localizer is good. We're on localizer. I'm gonna go ahead and slow down to 140 for full flaps. We're still on a 10 mile, or about, what are we at? 8 miles? 8 mile final. Just waiting for the glide slope, which we should get at Muxel. That is in 2.2 miles. Final approach fix, and then gear is coming down now, and flaps 1. I'll just get it down a little early. Alright, we see the runway already right here. 28 right in front of us. Alright, 3 greens. Flaps are in takeoff position. And once we get the glide slope, I'll put flaps all the way down. Let's go ahead and calculate with the speed bugs deal, our landing speed. Approach speed is 118. That's 2,000 AGL. Alright, Omar's about to land. We are right behind him. 140 knots.
Skyway 32 heavy, taxiing to about 2 at right by Alpha, Foxtrot, crossing 1 left and 1 right. Charlie, crossing 28 left.
Alright, glide slope. Altitude selected up to 3,000 and sync the heading bug straight ahead for missed approach if we need it. This guy is taxiing to 28 right, so if he jumps on before we get there, we might actually need it. Alright, we are 5 mile final. San Francisco traffic, Honda Jet, 5 mile final, 28 right, San Francisco. Alright, 5 mile final for us. And let's see, once we land, I do not know where we're going. So we got 28 right. GA is up here on the right, so we'll want to exit, take Charlie all the way up to the north FBO. Alright, glide slope. That's good. Let's get down to our approach speed. Alright, DME is 5. And GPS distance, 3 mile final. 1,000 feet. I'm gonna get off.
San Francisco traffic, Delta 632, taxiing to 1 left, via Alpha Bravo, San Francisco.
Alright. San Francisco traffic, Vision Jet, short final, 28 right on the ILS, San Francisco.
San Francisco traffic, change of plans. Skyway 32 heavy, taxiing to the Mike 1 left via Alpha and
Alright,
Bravo.
auto throttle off. I'll bring it down to 45%-ish. There were 2 people talking at once. Alright, final approach speed.
500.
And VREF is 113.
Alaska 511, 28 right located.
Alright, Omar's off.
400.
Did we see anybody out there? I just see, looks like, yeah, there's Omar right there, crossing.
300.
Alright, 118 knots, we are good. Such a cool approach into San Francisco.
200.
Here come minimums. 150 AGL for minimums. That's minimums.
Autopilot. Minimums.
To the Alaskan,
100.
right in front of me, you should see a Boeing 74 on your right-hand side. Which taxiway are you going to use?
50. 30.
Hold down Bravo, I see
20.
you.
10.
Oh, hello.
I bounced.
There you are.
No, I'm bouncing.
Yeah, I was going to give way to you if you were going to cross over Alpha.
That was a little rough.
I appreciate that, thank you, sir.
Alright, I'm going to make my way up here to the GA parking. But I should vacate as soon as I can because somebody is going to taxi. Or somebody is already taxiing here. Where is the turnoff? I see Echo up here. Oh, is this it? No, that's Sierra. Where is Echo? I can't see it.
730 traffic, 632, departing 1 left at Mike 1.
Alright, that guy said 1 left. Okay, this is Delta. Alright. San Francisco traffic, Vision Jet, Kilo 1 Papa is vacated 28 right, San Francisco. Where is the line? Oh, there we go. There's like not a line. I guess technically I hadn't vacated it until just now, but close enough. Man, alright. Oh, did I say Vision Jet? Oh, I said Vision Jet, didn't I? Oh, no. Alright, flaps up. And we're just going, actually right in front of us, here's GA. I saw Omar for a second. Let me see if I can find him again. Oh, there's that guy taking off from 1 left, I think it was. This is our boy. Man, that was quite a bump. So pretty. And then there was I don't know the call sign for this guy. Fly UK Arrow? Yeah, I touched down at 112, yeah. My VREF was 113, right? Yeah, I should have pulled back the throttle quite a bit more. I just, yeah. I got work to do.
San Francisco traffic, Skyway 32 heavy, Mike 1 line of 1 left.
I'm right here. I'm not going to announce it because there's no one near me. Everyone else is near the gates. I'm the only one at GA here. Make my way over here. Forget if I got custom scenery for San Francisco or not. Hey Min, yeah, you asked if I fly airliners. Every now and then I do, but I stick to the smaller planes. This is kind of the fastest one. Not really the airliners. I got like the 737, did a couple flights in it. I tried the 747 a little bit. I should probably try the 787. It's gotten a bunch of improvements and people seem to like it. All the working title improvements, so maybe I should try the 787. But I would like to, yeah, work my way up to flying the airliners. But I fly them every now and then, but not, I haven't like seriously dedicated any time to learning them. All right. Oh, I didn't use my speed brakes when I landed either. Whoops, forgot I even had those on this thing. Transponder to standby. Let's do that.
San Francisco traffic, Skyway 32 heavy, taking off runway 1 left.
Alright, transponder standby. Ice protection is off. Parking brake is on. Engine anti-ice is already off. Thrust to cut off. Cut off and cut off. External power as required. Cabin signs as required. Yeah, we don't need external power. Cabin oxygen supply pull off. And battery off. Super. Hour and 15 minutes. It felt way longer than that. Man, it is so, even with a 4080 and frame generation, it's crazy how laggy the sim can be at any major airport. It's just, so here's this guy taking off. Whoa. Is he really heavy? Did you see that? He was like touching the water. Thought you were in the Vision Jet. Touchdown seemed awfully high. Saw you in the H Jet, so it wasn't that bad. Oh, yeah. Did I say Vision Jet? I probably said Vision Jet several times because... just because I was flying the Vision Jet for a few. And this was the first time I was trying the Honda Jet on VATSIM. I think it might be... I don't know. The Honda Jet is nice. I don't know why, but I think for some reason I like the Vision Jet better. I think it's just like... because it's slower. I feel like more comfortable. Oh, I said Vision Jet twice. No. I even have it written on my notepad that I have in the top corner of my screen with all my notes in it. No, Vision Jet on VATSIM. Oops. Whatever, same thing. People will be like, whatever, it's not a real plane anyway. Yeah, I want to fly the airliners. I just want to get... I want to get good at it. I think I need to go back to maybe the CJ4 to get something that's a bit faster. Not quite a full-on airliner, but stick with the business jet style stuff. Not a light jet, but like a business jet. These are really fun, though. Like, I think the Honda Jet's really cool. Dentist pilot, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I like the Vision Jet and the Honda Jet. I think they're both really cool. Yeah, I wanna get good, you know. Get the Phoenix. I do have the Phoenix, yeah. I have the Phoenix. I haven't installed it since I got back into the sim in the last couple of months. Yeah, I have the Phoenix and I got the PMDG 737-7. Not the 8. After the fact, I realized like most people I think have the 737-800. But I did not. I did not get the right one, I don't think. I just don't... I hate the performance. Like, I hate the bad performance when you fly into these huge airports. It just... Even with... I don't know. I guess I need a new CPU now. But the problem is I need a new motherboard to get, like, the newest Gen X3D chips or whatever the AMD ones are. So if I'm going to switch motherboards, like, then I'm going to consider going Intel. I don't know. I've had a good experience with AMD though. Anyway, all right. I'm just rambling now. I'm gonna call it a day. This was it was pretty fun. It's too bad we didn't get coverage the whole time with VATSIM, but that's just how it works out sometimes. So no big deal. Omar, thanks for flying along. That was awesome. It was cool. We got to hear you on VATSIM saying the correct type of plane you're flying, or I guess for you don't say the type of plane, but you just say a call sign, which is nice. But yeah, thanks for flying along, dude. And yeah, that'll do it for me for today. 2 hours, just a quick VATSIM flight. We got, I think that's one of the, it's been a while since I had the full cover, or it wasn't full coverage, right? We were gonna get the ground controller, but then all of a sudden they went offline before I got my PDC and stuff. But we got tower, departure, and center, which was kind of cool. 7800 X3D. Yeah, that's it. And I believe that's one generation higher than my motherboard supports. So I have the 5900X right now, but I think I need a motherboard upgrade. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys tomorrow, most likely, for a group flight. We can do a world tour group flight, fly some lower planes and do some sightseeing. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. See ya! Oh, I forgot to mention, the emote artists who did the badges. You guys are very right. Like, these little tiny emotes don't show up really well. The badges look really funny. We're going to do a series just like the chairs, but it's basically going to be the face of the chair. So it's just going to be the headrest, essentially. So they'll show up. They'll be like bigger and more focused for the badges. And then we also have the chairs, like the chair version. But yeah, they're going to be like the same colors. So you'll start as like a flat head stool with a little mustache. Anyway, they're going to be more full and fill the frame better for the badges. So she's going to start working on those after a few more emotes that she's finishing up. But we have a toga emote, an oof emote, and a taxiway sign that shows you where the smoking zone is. Those are all in progress. So I'll share those when they're finished. All right, guys. Good game. I'll see you guys around. Have a good day. Bye. See you.